And now, Chao Racing 2025 and 2026 continues with Week 10 of the Women's Division portion. Everyone is on the clock and ready to go. Let's have a Chao race. It's now the final week of the Women's Division play as Christina Bennett, Drew Johnson, and Kalista Franson compete one last time for the 2025-26 Women's Division season. And here they come, making their way towards finish line right now. And the winner of this first race is Kalista Franson over Christina Bennett. Kalista ends her season with a W on her scorecard. You never know what's going to happen next as Challenge in 2025 and 2026 continues the long-awaited season finale. Now here's Brandon Shannings for more of Chao Racing 2025 and 2026. Thanks again, Paul. Well, this is it. The 24 divas compete one last time for this 2025-26 season, and at the end of these 8 races, we'll find out which 4 divas will qualify for the 2026 Women's Division playoffs. Right now, we'd like to congratulate Kalista Franson for ending her season with a win on race number 1 on the parcourse. We'll find out what happens in race number 2 in a little bit, but first, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Week 10 of the Women's Division of Chao Racing 2025 and 2026 is sponsored by Corona. Okay, time for race number 2 of our show. Race number 2 will have Marissa Heaton, Rhea Raposi, and Marianne Carson competing on the Amethyst course. First, the 2 Amethyst course matchups of our season finale this week. There's a look at the lineup, and let's head down to the field. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Alright, Marissa, Rena, and Maddie are up next. And even though none of them might come back next season, we know at least one of them will walk away with a win, that's for sure. Right now, one to Chao's going to rest, and a couple of Chao heading for the wire. And there's Marissa prevailing her shortcut strategy. She is going to win this one with authority. As number 7 takes the first speed rest on his face, Marissa is going to end her season with a win. Marissa Heaton ends her season with a W on his scorecard. She may out here senior proud in the audience. And it looks like Manny Carson will take speed rest number 2 and try back with Rhea Raposi for second place. And take a look at point number 7. He is getting left behind from number 8. As Brandon Carson gets back-to-back spears, but he will have to settle for second place. And Rhea Raposi is scoreless. Oh well, there's always another season for these guys. Marissa, congratulations on your win at least. Yep, and we'll present the next exciting race of our show after we find out a word from this. Alright, time for race number 3. At race number 3, we have Odette Kroberger, Amber Norton, and Ginger Levine competing on the Sapphire course. I don't think any of them will have enough wins to come back next season, but I'm sure that they're all winners no matter what happens. Anyway, let's see which one of them will definitely walk away with a win to close out our show. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, let's see what happens here. At number 7 is Squad West. And so is number 1 in the back. And now so is number 8. Right now number 6 and number 2 are battling with about 3 divas at the current moment. Ginger trying to battle against the 2 Silver Chao who are leading over the 5 Silver Chao. And right now they're approaching star 1. What's going to happen next? We'll find out soon enough. As number 6 takes the first speed rest on this race, leaving numbers 1, 7, and 8 in the dust. And number 8 pauses for more just before he hits the wall. So now he will have to drop down to last place. As the superstar gets speed rest number 2 is Amber Norton. And look at this. She is now catching up to Ginger Levine, who is pausing for 1. And look at that. Emma Norton now has control of the lead because Ginger Levine is scoreless. So Ginger Levine will have to drop down a couple places. As the next PS win made by number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Emma Norton has this race all out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. The other two divas won't have enough distance to catch up to Emma in time. Emma's going to end her season with a win here tonight. Emma wins race number 3, as number 1 will take the last few rounds on this race. So Emma Norton completes her 2025-26 season with a victory. Yep. And there's more something coming out, so stay tuned for more Chao Racing 2025 and 2026. And now we have a very interesting race as we head into race number 4. That's right, race number 4 will have Payson Jefferson, Carly Hartman, and Joanne Folksby. Payson and Joanne need to win this race so that way they can keep their playoff hopes alive for the rest of the show. So get your swimming girls ready because next we're off to the movie course. Let's see if Payson or Joanne can keep their playoff hopes dreams alive. Everyone is on the clock and this race is underway. And right now, Carly Hartman is going to lead away over the 8 shot right now. Here they come, making the way towards the pool area on the movie course. Carly Hartman trying to get a little breathing room ahead of the competition. And Payson is making the pass from number 1 of the Silver Chao. And here comes Payson Jefferson with speed bus. And she steals the win away from Carly Hartman. Payson Jefferson proves that anything can happen in Chao Racing Universe. That's right, good chance we'll see you next season. Lots more fun after this announcement, stay tuned. Alright, time for the second half of Week 10 of the Women's Division. Who do we have for race number 5? Race number 5 was Sarah Grenberry, Vanna Stern, and Alina Booker competing on the Pearl course. So let's have a look at the lineup for this next race. Let's send down to the field, and let's place the balls on the field one more time for the season. The players are lined up and ready to go, and good luck to these 3 divas. Please start the race. Alright, these superstars and divas have been pushing balls the other side in each every Pearl course race, and this is the last one for the regular season. Who is going to get the finish line first? I believe it's going to be Alina who's going to beat Sarah for the finish line. Yep, Alina Booker ends the season with a victory. Well done by Alina. As the one speed runners of this race were made by Vanna Stern. There you have it, Alina Booker is our winner. Yep, she finishes with 5 wins, and there's more stuff coming up. Do not go away. And to see what I'm wasting a 6 pound, we have a playoff spot that could be in contention here. That's right. Cheryl Day, Sandy McDonald, and Olivia Fortune will be competing on race number 6 on the Athens course. And Sandy McDonald really needs a win in this one if she wants to have a good chance of making the playoffs this year. So here's a look at how the lineup forms. And let's send now back to the field. Good luck to Cheryl, Sandy, and Olivia on the last race of the 2025 season. Let's rock this place! Alright, so if Sandy McDonald wins this race, she'll have a good chance of making the playoffs on Swan or so forth. But anyway, she's going to have a good season no matter what. Right now, the 3 divas are making their way towards Bridges. And it looks like Cheryl Days is heading for the water, but she flew a mountain circle and into the water. Tough love with Cheryl. Anyway, number 2 will start the speeders for this race. And right now, number 6 is also heading for the water path. And so is number 8. Cheryl Days is trying to catch up with the other 2 divas in a hurry. As number 2 gets past Bex Pierce, but that was nothing at all. Nada for number 2. Oh well, he still got back to Bex Pierce. And I'm going to be forward to that this race all as well, ladies and gentlemen. As number 1 takes the next to Bex Pierce, Olivia's going to get her second win of the season to close out her season. Olivia Fortune wins her second victory of the season. Oh well, it's been a fun year for Sandy McDonald. But who knows, maybe she'll come out next season. Yep, and congratulations to Olivia. Coming up, we got more something extra for you. But first, have a look at this. Two more races to go this week. Who do we have for race number 7? Race number 7, we'll have Erica Fellows, Yasmin Aquino and Pauline Connor in what could determine the fate of Pauline's chances of reaching the 2026 playoffs this year. Let's head over to Sapphire Course and find out the answer. Best of luck to these next 3 divas on a quest for victory, and this race is underway! So Pauline Connor needs to win this race if she wants to have a good chance of reaching the playoffs. Right now she has control of the lead with Erica and Yasmin battling with number 7 and number 8 for second place, or Erica Fellows at least. So far so good for Pauline Connor. She really wants a spot in the playoffs this year. And let's find out who will get the first few rounds of this race. And it will be made by Yasmin Aquino. And right now, one is still Chao scored west. Pool number 8 is getting straight last place behind the Yosa Chao and Yasmin Aquino. And as they climb up the stone wall, it is number 7 who leads on the Yosa Chao with speedless number 2 in this race. And Pauline Connor went a little too far off course. And here comes Erica Fellows trying to make a statement. And just as she passes Pauline Connor, she gets the speed runs, and now he has a little bit of breathing room. Time to line up the fireworks one last time this season. Erica's going to hold on Pauline for the victory. Erica Fellows wins race number 7. And we have just enough time for one more speed rush. It will be made by number 2. Oh well, so much for Pauline's season. That's fine. But Erica, you did very well, and we'll be back for the last race of the season after we present a word from this. Now we have come to the climax of this 2025-26 regular season. And that's fine. All we have left for race number 8 are Molly Brown, Pauline Connor, and Helen Benjamin. As of right now, Molly Brown is currently at number 1, while Helen Benjamin is number 2, both with a 6-4 record. A win by Pauline Connor should have a good chance of qualifying for the playoffs. A win by Molly or Helen will clinch the number 1 seed in the 2026 playoffs, which will happen next week. So, let's determine what determines where in the final standings. The playoffs are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, playoffs or no playoffs, these 3 divas are sure going to have a great time in the final race of the season. And like we always said throughout the entire season, anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. We use that model each and every year, and we thank you for keeping that model in place. Right now, Helen and Polly are making way towards bridges, and now as they both head for the water, it is number 8 who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, who will get the first view of that space. Molly Brown is also heading for the water. Of course, both Molly and Polly have an S-Wagon running. They actually met before during our fall preview show at the start of the season. Of course, Molly Brown won that race, but let's see what happens in round 2 of this rematch. As number 2 takes me as number 2, and guess who took a shortcut, fans? It's number 8 of the third Chao, trying to maintain a big lead at the current one, but watch out for Molly Brown's ability. As number 7 will get the next command PS, we have passed the 1 minute mark, and so far number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. Number 2 is also left behind in the competition. Which one of them is going to get some help? It is number 1, that's Sue. Meanwhile, we have a battle for second place with Helen, Polly, and Molly are closing in on each other, trying to get that playoff seed, trying to get a chance to become Women's Division Champion this year. Next PS belongs to number 2. That makes his second speed race. Number 8 currently has the lead, but here comes Molly and Polly and Helen catching up to our leader, number 8, as they make their way towards home stretch. And it looks like Pauline Connor, while the next command beat us. Here comes our 3 competitors. Molly Brown's getting left behind the competition. And there goes Pauline Connor. She's making pass for number 8. And as number 7 takes the next command beat us, Pauline Connor wins the final race of this season. I do wish she might be able to make the playoffs. We'll soon know. And that will do it for this race. So when we come back, we'll present the 4 rankings on the Women's Division playoffs. That's fine. Right now it's time for a commercial, so stay tuned for more on Chao Racing 2025 in 2026. So here are the official Women's Division playoff standings. Yes, Paisley Jefferson with the win has clinched the #1 seed in the Women's Division playoffs this year. But Molly Braun and Helen Benjamin didn't do so badly. Molly got #2 and Helen Benjamin got #3. And Pauline Grada with the win has just made the playoffs at the #4 seed. So who knows, maybe Molly and Polly will meet again in the Women's Division Championship if they win the playoffs next week. But we'll soon know what happens in the early run. Well, folks, it's been an amazing night we had, but now we have reached the end of the regular season finale of Season 71 on Chao Racing 2025 and 2026. So be sure to tune in next week as we present the annual Chao Racing Playoff Show for 2026. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to Chao Emperor's YouTube channel and like, comment, and share for more exciting content. Until then, it's Brad Shank signing off. Keep on smiling. Thank you once again for an exciting regular season finale, and so long, everybody! The second half of Chao Racing 2025 and 2026 has been sponsored by Corona. This is Paul Sycamore speaking. Be sure to join us next week for the annual playoff show here on America's favorite virtual sports entertainment program, Chao Racing 2025 and 2026. Chao Racing 2025 and 2026 has been a CETV production.